Hello, hello, and welcome back to some more Fire Emblem, the Scourge of Proxima. I'm your host, Pondon, and this is a Fire Emblem 8 romhack by the Headband Gang, led by Z-Flare. And we're going to get into Chapter 1-4X. This is the last chapter in the patch. It's a guidance chapter. Took a little bit of a peek at it, but I haven't read anything yet. So let's jump in. So we have some new lady protagonists here. Look at all these ladies. There it is, the White Hole Manor. I really like the girl on the left, like the left middle. Her hair is like really well. It looks cool. I don't know how well shaded it is, but it just looks pretty neat. There it is, the White Hole Manor, home of Lord Byron Whiteholm, big-time politician, meanie, and a crook. They say he's amassed a fortune taxing the locals. Oh, mess. I love taxation. Seems like the kind of person where after her mouth frames are a bit weird, but that's fine. Just look at this place. Why are all the common rabble forced to live in tiny huts while Byron sits in this palace? This all just seems so wrong. Do the other nobles know about all of this? Probably not. I'm sure they wouldn't give a damn either way. Even more so if they profit from it indirectly. Girls, let's not forget what we came for. We're looking for a letter with a red seal, likely broken by now. Our job is to steal it and sneak out with as few interruptions as possible. But hey, that guy said we could take as much as we want as long as we get the letter. Grab anything you can get your hands on. You only live once, right? Oh, YOLO. Some YOLO girls over here. Watch out. I'm all up for stuff in our pockets, but we should be careful too. Byron supposedly has some pretty tight security in his manor here. How tight are we talking here? Managed to squeeze our way out of plenty of tight spots in the past. Well, they say he's got waves upon waves of trained soldiers and sellswords ready. I'm confident we'll all be fine though. These guys are tough, but we'll be okay. Remind me, who are we stealing this letter for? Not entirely sure. Whoever he is, he promised some big payoffs down the line. Regardless, we were staking this place out already. All we need to do is get some random letter, and we could be swimming in gold. Can't hurt to get it along the way, right? There's, I feel like, a lot of superfluous, like, emphasis on this thing. Like, I don't really see what... I feel like they're just like, we can get the letter, this is our mission. I feel like they're kind of like convincing themselves to do it when they already know that they're going to, kind of thing. I don't know, something about it just feels a little like you could trim this scene down by like 30% and probably get to the same conclusion. Yeah, let's focus, I agree. We won't let the marvelous Les Femmes rogues lose to a fat cat like this Byron guy. Yeah, let's rob him blind. He won't know what hit him. Let's go, girls. So is this like a girl squad? Whoa, look at this edgelord. Gods, why am I here? Can't imagine why my lord would station me somewhere so inconsequential as this. I'm the edgy Myrmidon. I could be on the field of battle right now, show the world what the heroic Braish can do. But no, I had to be here. So they don't pay me enough for this. So, oh, he's the boss. Okay, so we got Braish. Brioche. He's Brioche now. A mercenary in the service of Lord Byron. Still looking unlucky. He does have pretty mediocre luck. So this chapter, so I have to reach this chest. That's pretty nifty, so it's like a C's. One, I like this palette. I think the map looks pretty cool. Like, castle maps can be tough to design well. And I think aesthetically, this one's pretty on point. So kudos to whichever member of the team built this one. I know it's on the dock, I just haven't checked. I like that there are multiple paths over here to like get to the chest. Like I can go face the boss and like try and get these extra items here, or like go around as well. So there's like some different options depending on how you want to play this. I'm curious if there's like any sort of anti-turtle or if I can just try and do all of it. So let's go through the crew here. We got Lyra. She is a level 8 thief. Pretty low skill, solid strength though. She looks like a pretty solid combat thief, pretty decent bulk. We have Vale, the archer. She kind of reminds me of like Wolt, just like those base stats just aren't that spectacular. She will probably be okay. How much do you get weighed down by the steel though? Let's see, you have like 6 con, so you're losing 3 speed. You're getting down to 5 AS with this, man. That's pretty rough. I mean, you have the short bow. Oh, thank God this hack doesn't do 1-2 range short bows. Thank you. Okay. We got Phoebes. Healer, 6 magic, 9 speed. Alright, you probably won't die super easily. And then we got Rosetta Stone. cheery, sweet mage, but can sometimes be found lacking in wits. Okay, so we got Rosetta here. She's got pretty decent magic and speed, and she has nice thighs supposedly. I feel bad for these other characters that aren't blessed with nice thighs. All right, so again, like my first turn, I just have to like position myself for like dealing with these guys, which kind of sucks. Like I really would like it if I could attack something on the first turn, because now it's just like, I don't know, I get maybe it makes sense in the context of the story because you're supposed to be like sneaking in or whatever. Alright, I can do this. Can I rescue? Only you can rescue probably, yeah, so... And you'll probably die. Travel 11, 14, so that's 25 minus 10, 15. You could actually take all of these hits, which is pretty surprising, so I feel pretty good about doing this. Let's try it. We'll get Rosetta going here. I mean, at least there's this guy over the wall to attack. Rosetta takes it easily enough. Feels a little counterintuitive to lead with your mage, but the enemies by and large haven't been like amazingly strong. Okay. We'll leave you here with the short bow, and we'll get Phoebe back there. This way the javelin guy can go for, what's his face? Veil, if he wants to, and she can counter, but not get too close. Okay. Look at these hit rates. Lyra, she's probably gonna double them. So, I'm curious like where this all leads. Like I feel like there's a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of fluff, but the pacing of the story just feels very slow. Like I'm kind of like waiting for like something to happen. I'm curious if this will all tie in, and maybe there's like a very satisfying thing planned that I just can't see yet because I like her palette. Because that's a Dur archer that looks pretty good. The Dur like Rebecca archer that looks pretty nice. But yeah, like what's going on here? Like I just feel like there's a lot of the less holy cleric animations. Those are neat. Yeah, like I just feel like there's a lot. We've spent a lot of time with these characters at this point. Like this is the 5th or 6th chapter, and I still don't really understand like who the enemy is. Like besides like this mysterious pantheon, and maybe that's like kind of the thing you're going for, right? Where it's like, ooh, spooky stuff. Like we don't really know what the deal is, but I think a little bit more direction earlier on would be helpful. Flipping parties at this point too, not so sure how I feel about it narratively, but I think it's fine. I mean, I'm assuming these characters are important if there's a whole chapter dedicated to them and that they'll join up with the main crew. Let's see. Okay, you can get pretty close. Yeah, you're... Oh, you have a chest key and a door key. Do you have a lockpick? You do. I mean, I guess I could steal that. Or I could just bork him. I think I'll take care of this axe dude first. So we'll bait him out, and then we'll do this. 2 shots at 72. Ooh, the crit! Let's go Veil. Alright. We'll put Phoebe up here. Phoebe! Alright, now you're gonna go here. Steel axe? Yeah, son. Castle maps are really tough to do, so I really appreciate the multiple paths. I think I'm gonna go up and then slink back down because I want to do everything. But I feel like I should get the treasure stuff first in case there's anything useful to help me deal with the enemies. That's kind of my read on the situation. It does feel a little odd that you can steal from this guy twice and nothing drops. But it is nice having the flexibility, so we're gonna do this. I guess I could split if I want to, but with 4 units only, and one of them being a healer, and another one being an archer, splitting becomes a lot less appealing. Like, I could do like Rosetta Vale and then feed Lyra, but nah, I don't think the split's a good idea. We're just gonna funnel all these dudes up. Rosetta, get healed. But we are knifing our way through this chapter. No one moves. I feel like this chapter would benefit a bit from something like, just like some like midway cutscenes. So like, once they know like that they're in the manse or something like that, maybe reinforcements come or the enemies start charging. Because it feels weird that like some of these units charged in and the rest are just kind of chilling, and I can just like sneak around without like any real inhibitions. Ooh, Elfire. Time to yoink that. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, we'll give you the chest key. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, so we got Thundertone. I feel like I should do this and then this. Killing Edge. Alright, now let's see here. Okay, then we'll do this. We are full up, so we'll just wait. Yeah, I can really take my time here. I don't need to rush. Nice dodge. I'm curious if anything will pop up. I think that would do this chapter a lot of good if there's like something like coming from behind me that could like trap me in one of these rooms, so it forces me to push forward a little bit more aggressively. I think that would be really beneficial. Okay, I didn't think that one through super well, so let's do this. Yeah, so I kind of screwed this up because of where I put Rosetta last turn. I should have put her here to deal with that, but I done goofed. So what do you have? And what do you? Oh, you stay still. Okay, so I just have this one dude to deal with the lance. So in the interest of not getting stuck, I'm gonna put her here, and she's gonna take a hit for me. Nice dodge, okay. So now Vale can loop around, and we can clear a path. Oh, we got Thief. Okay, this is... There we go, that's a little anti-turtle that I love. Let's see, Steel Bow, Short Bow. Get a crit for me. Okay. Or I could just use Rosetta. Yeah, Rosetta's pretty broken, I think. She's really good here. Skill, res, HP. Okay. You were kind of low in those departments anyway. Okay. Yeah, like, I shouldn't be able to, like, go into this main section so easily. Alright, we got this Archer, though. But he just... Lyra just shrugs it off. Yeah, for how few enemies there are, I feel like they should be a bit scarier. 13, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I can do this. Do you move, though? You do move. Okay, this is interesting. What do you have? I can't steal the lockpick from you because you are too fast. So I'm just going to plug this hole here. then we'll do this. We're gonna take hits, but like that archer's not really that scary. Mend feels like a little bit of overkill for this chapter. Like the HP stats aren't that high, but I can appreciate it. Oh, okay, here we go. He's got a steel blade. Thieves, this far in, whoever you are, you won't take a cent from Byron's treasury. The dodgy hits, man. Getting hit by a 46 kind of sucks. This could be bad. Oh wait, no, she can't attack. Yes, that worked out. Phoebe. Alright, this worked out pretty well. Better plan than I thought. The archer couldn't get there. Thief runs her way. Alright, now... let's, we could steel bow this guy. Yeah, let's do this. So I'm gonna finish off the archer. Okay. Then you're gonna finish off. Let's see. I trust this to hit. Let's go. Veil. Oh, the flashy crit. Damn, that's gonna leave a bruise. This ain't the last you've seen of the great Braish. I swear you'll pay for this. Brioche man. Steelblade Merc, though. An absolute classic. Ooh, nice level up. Okay, then... an elixir, of course. Heal her up. Taking only like 4 damage as a mage, man. At base. Yeah, you could definitely make these enemies tougher, dude. Like, they could definitely be tougher. Again, I don't know if hard mode's been properly balanced. Okay, so this guy's gonna go in that way. Interesting. Okay. Energy ring, nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's do this. Yeah. I don't even need like the fancier tomes. Like, you give me a lot of options for one chapter. When fire like does everything I need it to. So that is very good. Door key, double door key. Discard. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. Throw away the door key. Yeah, I don't need that. Okay. That's fine. Alright, thief. You're toast, bud. Hit rate's pretty crappy, though. Yeah. Let's go. One shot with the Hellfire. Nope. Okay. And then... I do like how the thief darts around. It would be cool if there was, like, some enemies in this room to, like, the thief can let out. Oh, a little trigger there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we gotta be careful now. Come on, hit this. Thank you. Alright. Is there anything over here that I want? Thunder, Steel Lance. I mean, I think putting a droppable on one of these guys would incentivize the player to like go down this path. Otherwise, it's like I don't really need to waste time. Okay, thank you, Lyra. HP, alright, that's fine. Okay, we'll heal up Veil. Since this is the last chapter of the patch, I'm not gonna go down there and like cheese it. I think we're just ready to pack it up. Another cool idea would be if opening this door triggered these AIs to charge up this way, or like, so you can do a command where if there's an event, you can then change like a bunch of unit AIs. So if these guys are all like positioned to like sit there and do not move, you can change it so that they will like pursue without heed, and that'll just get them moving towards you. So that could be a little way to add pressure, like once this door is open, so you don't like dally around maybe, or if the thief gets here, it can be like really alarming. But I guess we have to wait here. Okay. Great, we got the letter. Now let's get out of here before any more Byron's cronies show up. Halt, thieves. Get moving, girls. Scatter. Aha! Struggle all you want. There's no escape for thieves like you. Damn it. How did we mess up? It'll be fun. They'll come back for us, right? Of course they will. Getting out will be a whole other problem, though. Ha, ha. God, they are sure persistent. Wait a minute. Where's everybody? I'm right behind you, Vale. Eep. You really need to learn to stop doing that. One of these days you're going to give me a real heart attack. Do you have the letter? Yep. Where's Rosetta and Phoebe? Have you seen them? They didn't run fast enough. Well, what are we supposed to do now? We can't break up the team like that. Don't worry, I have a plan. Let's head to the nearest village. Maybe someone can help us there. I hope these two will pull through. I'm sure they will. Who knows? We stole a treasure from a palace. Maybe Byron will have a change of heart. We're through worse together. I'm sure it'll end out okay. Okay I think should always be spelled O-K-A-Y. Minor nitpick. Hope so. So that's chapter 1-4X, and that's the end. Conceptually, I really like it. I think the map aesthetic is good. I think there's some work you could do with the enemy quality and their AI so that the map is a little bit more high pressure. Like, think of the context of the map, right? Like, these are some thieves going in and they're stealing stuff from a lord. They're talking about how, like, tight the defense is in the beginning. You know, it's clearly emphasized, like, this is not going to be easy. But they were able to just, like, walk through and, like, go around a path and, like, ignore, like, a third of the army. So I feel like there's more you could do to make the AI more interesting. I think having some type of trigger event, whether that be like the boss like sees them in range or something like that, or like a door opens and like it changes the AI of the enemies so they charge you, and then that becomes really threatening. And you kind of need to like strategically use like the chokes, the middle rooms over the walls and stuff like that with your archer and your mage because they're well suited for like that distance combat. I think that could make it a little bit more interesting. Like, there's a lot of enemies on the map that, like, I think would be more challenging to fight that I just avoided because of the route that I chose to go. And, like, the sneaky route really didn't, like, deprive me of very much, like, maybe in the context of, like, the full game, missing out on that experience will matter a little bit more, but it's, like, 5 or 6 enemies, not the end of the world. Especially considering just, like, how buff my units have been relative to the enemies so far. So I think there's more you could do to make the enemies a little bit more threatening that are already on the map. I like the way the thief kind of darted around. I think there should be some enemies in like that final chest room so that the thief does decide to go that way. It does like release some extra enemies that can come and attack you, so you have to be quick that way as well. I like that the boss moves. Story-wise, I think contextually there's just not enough here for me. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I need a little bit more like content, and I feel like there's a lot of like I feel like with the hack, like the writing, there are a lot of points where the same thing or something that isn't really necessary to the plot or something that's already been explained kind of gets overdone, and then like the overarching like threat, like why are we here, it gets kind of lost on me at least. A bit. I think I feel like I just need a little bit more. But it's also tough to say, right? This is 6 chapters in. They're all pretty short. They're all pretty small. There really isn't a lot for me to go off of yet. But I feel like by 6 chapters in, like I should have a good enough sense of like what the overarching plot and narrative is, or kind of what we're going to be up against, and kind of what does that look like to get there. And right now I still feel like I'm waiting. It feels a lot like this book 1. It feels like an extended prologue. Kind of like how FE12 has like a bunch of tiny maps up front and not a whole lot of story. This kind of feels like that. It feels very much modeled after like that sort of prologue into main game approach, which I'm personally not crazy about. But it is nice to get like familiar with some of the units, albeit like not a single map had more than like 4 playable units, except maybe the last one where you got your healer, and you had 5 units. Like It's a bunch of very small maps, and I think that makes it a little bit harder for you to do more interesting and exciting things because of how limited the deployments are. I definitely think you'd benefit from having like an extra character or two for some of these earlier chapters and just making the maps a little bit more dense, the enemies a little bit tougher, because that'll just give the player more options and more incentive to replay the chapter. But this has been fun. It's a fun little hack. It's really polished. The art is really well done. The events are like super high effort. Like there's a lot of polish here. Some of the ideas are really cool. I think there's some work to be done on the execution, but overall, I think you're definitely on the right path. Like, and I know that like this is a lot of like first time like hackers. Like you guys should be proud. Like this is a super polished like demo from an aesthetic standpoint and from an eventing standpoint. And that stuff I think can be really tough to get right and can be super daunting. I think where you'll really want to focus is gameplay and tightening up the maps a little bit, making them a little bit more high pressure, making the player sweat a bit more, giving like some more diversity so that like the maps are a bit more replayable. But there are some very cool ideas that I think just need to be expanded upon. And this feels like a very solid, like a very polished like first draft overall. So kudos to you guys for that. I'm going to make another video where I'll give a quick overview of the units and just kind of share my closing thoughts on the project. But until then, guys, thanks again for watching. This is Fire Emblem, the Scourge of Proxima, led by the Headband Gang and Z-Flare. I'm your host, Pondon. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, tell all your friends. And I will see you guys next time for some more Fire Emblem. So this is Book 2-1. I know I'm not supposed to play it. I'm not going to. So take it easy, guys. I'll see you later.